So you have a test upcoming, and this video is to help you study the most important concepts. So the first question I want to ask is, which direction does the x-axis go? And we'll say horizontally or vertically. And this is the horizontal direction, just to show you what that looks like, and this is the vertical direction. Okay, so which direction does the x-axis go? Which direction does the y-axis go? All right, so left and right or horizontally is your x-axis, and up and down or vertically is your y-axis. That's going to be important for question 8. So here's the original mugwump hat, xy, and then I did x plus 3. So I added 3 to all the x coordinates, and then I did 2 times y. Are the two figures similar? Explain. Okay, so you should notice that this figure and this figure do not look the same. This is stretched more vertically than it is horizontally. Okay, so let's talk about what actually happens to the hat. Well, what does x plus 3 do to the hat? I want you to notice that this point went from 1 to 4. And this point went from 9 to 12. Okay, so what does x plus 3 do to the hat? X plus 3 moves the hat 3 to the right. Okay. Did it change the size of the width? No. This is 8 long, and it is still 8 long. It just moved from 1 to 9, and now instead it's from 8 to 12. What does 2y do to the hat? 2 times y. 2 times y makes the hat 2 times taller. Didn't move it at all. We already moved it to the right. We didn't move it up or down at all. It just made it 2 times taller. And then I'm going to add here that we kept the same width because I think that's important. All right, so we moved the hat 3 to the right, kept the same width, and now my hat used to be, I can show you in blue, it used to be too tall, and now because I did 2 times y, now it's 4 tall. Okay. A and B are similar rectangles. Find the ratio of the adjacent sides in rectangle A. Okay, so what does adjacent mean? Adjacent means next to. Okay, so what are the 2 sides that are next to each other in rectangle A? I would like you to write them as a fraction. And I think we're going to let's do short side to long side so that your answer matches my answer. Short side on top, and we will do that over the long side, just so that our answers match each other. You can really do either way. Okay, so you should have said, for short side to long side, you should have said 2 over 4, which if you do 2ABC4, that will give you 1/2. Okay, and I'm going to have you do the same thing with the adjacent sides in rectangle B, short side to long side again. Okay, so we have 3 over 6. Oh, well, what's 3 over 6 equivalent to? 1/2. What do you notice about the ratio of the adjacent sides when rectangles are similar? Oh, when rectangles are similar, the ratios of adjacent sides are equal. Okay, because the rectangles are similar. All right, so we just proved that these rectangles are similar, so we know that they have to have the same scale factor of all the sides from B to A. So let's find out what that scale factor is. Now I'm going to make sure that you go from B to A. So go ahead and draw your arrow in. Okay, so your arrow should look either like this or like this. You can choose which pair of corresponding sides you would like to use. Okay, so we're gonna label with new and original if we're going from B to A. So if we're doing this, the new one, which is the one the arrow points to, is A, and B is the original. All right, so remember, I'm gonna have you do new over original. All right, so you should either have, if we do the blue one, you would have 2/3, which is 2 divided by 3, which is 0.6 repeating. Or you could also get 4/6, which is the red one. And you would notice that is also 4 divided by 6 is also 0.6 repeating. So that's why I said it didn't matter which pair of corresponding sides you used. How do you find the perimeter of a rectangle? You add up all the sides. Okay, so if I do that, the perimeter of rectangle B is blank times the perimeter of rectangle A. Okay, so the perimeter of rectangle A is 2 plus 4, which is 6, plus another 6 is 12, that's for A. The perimeter of rectangle B, 3 plus 6 is 9, 9 plus another 9 is 18. Okay, so we got to figure out how many times bigger this is. Okay, go ahead and figure out how many times greater it is. All right, so it's still new divided by original. So we're going to do 18 divided by 12. And that'll give you 1.5. How do you find the area of a rectangle? Area is length times width. All right, well, if I do that, the area of rectangle A is 8. Wait a second. The area of A equals 8. The area of B equals 3 times 6, which is 18. So you're going to figure out how many times greater 18 is than 8. New divided by original. All right, so your 18 divided by 8 is going to be 2.25 times greater. Okay. And then the last question, we're going to figure out this x. So make sure you have your arrow going towards the x. Figure out your scale